how do you do your mini marriage retreats, and what impact have they had on your marriage?
Huge.
Number one, it's probably one of the best things that's ever happened.
I think with the mini marriage retreat, we didn't realize how fulfilling it would be. I think at first we were a little bit apprehensive about it, and I guess I honestly thought, oh great, a weekend away. But I think that we've really usually leave on, like you had suggested in Marriage on the Mend, we leave on a Friday night, and we're away Friday night and Saturday. We kind of thought that we would spend about an hour going through everything, all of our plans and everything on the Saturday morning, but it usually turns into at least 5 or 6 hours, and it's just meant the world. I know on our timeline that we've done, we can see the difference from the time that we started the mini marriage retreats. We see the difference that everything now, nearly everything, is above the line. We're both thinking the same thing. We both have the same view on things and the same outlook. So I don't know what we would do. We're just coming up to our 8th one.
Yeah, really looking forward to it, because there's a lot of things that we want. Not that we don't talk about things in between, but it really gives us that time to sit and think, because we have some major decisions at this time in our life as well. As much as you think you would have major decisions when you're younger with kids, but they're just as important now. And the ability to think them through and not get upset, but just sort of have all of the ideas out and spend enough time talking about it. It's absolutely of all the things all the tools that you provided, this has absolutely been a life changer, or a marriage changer, let's put it that way. For us, it's been wonderful. It's
really a time for us, I think, to really seek God in our plans and our dreams and even our health, just different issues that we're facing. It's that time to really stop and take a check.
Yeah.
Has it been difficult to schedule these as a priority, or are you at the point where this is kind of the norm for your marriage? You know when the money kicks in, or is time an issue?
No. We've gone camping twice, so I mean the money isn't the issue there. If you can camp in a tent and you can go on a mini marriage retreat. Yeah. So I mean, even if you could just go away for one night, I guess as well, if you wanted, if it was the money issue. But we have booked our next one. We decide on the date, we book somewhere, and you book your time off from work, and we're committed to that because we just know how important it is to us.
It's been everywhere, from just sitting in a park, on a sunny day, to camping, to some really nice hotels on the beach, to everything. Is the location is thought out well, but we're just really looking forward to the next one, because we've got lots to look forward to for next year.
How do you feel when you look back 90 days? Do you sometimes not see any movement?
That's a good one.
There are some things on there that have still been on there for many times. For instance, painting a driveway. It's still there, but we are going to do that in February. Right. It's down. We're going to do it.
That's not serious.
But otherwise, that is the only thing that we've never accomplished on any of the goals.
No, and certainly when I took the class the other week, I talked about to a class about the fact that finances is probably the big one. And I said, married couples need to embrace financial situations, not run away from it. And we put our numbers down and we go over it, and sometimes we meet things. But generally speaking, we're in so much agreement about, this is things that we may have wanted to do. We've actually, and through the rest of our study, or rest of our discussion, Marriage Street, knocked them off and said, well, we don't really need that. In some ways, that's what happened with our driveway. It's not that bad, but it was just like years ago, we're like, I really want to get this done. No, there's many other things to think about. So I hope that answers the question.
I think one of the big ones, Penny, for me as well, was way back when in the book that you had, both of you had said about the, not spending more than $100 unless you speak about it. That has been huge for me. I know, I didn't have a qualm about thinking, these shoes are $150. What's another, that's not that much money, but that's really meant a big thing, and we've saved a lot of money and stopped doing a lot of things that really we didn't need or needed to do because of that. You know, after our second mini marriage retreat, it just came the time of our church of Faith Promise, which is in October. Our church supports a lot of missionaries. And so that's the time that you pray for that month about how much you're going to give to Faith Promise for the next year. And so we were both praying about it. And I really didn't actually feel an amount on my heart. We were giving some every month, but I didn't feel anything. And I kind of thought that Ron would sort of say, well, I'll give, another $5 a month or something. But I knew then that the Lord was speaking to you because he tripled it in your mind.
Yes.
And so I know that we are so much more better off now financially through giving. The Lord's blessed us tremendously.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think the prayer about finances is huge for us.
Never a problem.